All right, welcome to the Mar Vista neighborhood of Aptos, and I have a little confession to make. This isn't actually called Mar Vista, although I think maybe now people are calling it Mar Vista, and I had a big hand in that. When the website nextdoor.com opened up, I created the neighborhood. You could basically choose your boundaries and choose a name, and I decided to call it Mar Vista because a lot of homes up on this part of the hill do have an ocean view. And also there's a school, an elementary school called Mar Vista Elementary School. And there's also Mar Vista Drive. So I called it Mar Vista, and I think the neighborhood name is kind of catching on. Now here we're on like a terrible, horrible road. This road is actually a publicly maintained road, and it is a shocking embarrassment to everybody. And this is like worse than you would see anywhere in the third world, pretty much. Uh, but that's what we have to put up with here, I guess. In Santa Cruz, there's just no money to maintain some of these roads. And this is a fairly well-to-do area, right? So who cares what these people need in terms of road that's not going to cause their cars to fall apart. They can always just buy a new Lexus or whatever they have to, right? So yeah, again, a lot of the homes up here are going to have great views here in Mar Vista. That was Sunset Way that we were on, by the way. At the top of this hill right here, you come into the forest of Nicene Marks. It's a state park with 11,000 acres of redwood trees. So that's a little bit of the ways up the hill. The forest starts there. Some of these houses at the top will actually border Nicene Marks Park, and you'll actually have access to the park from your backyard. That's pretty cool. Not many houses have that, of course, and some will be like down a ravine that's basically not really possible to get into the park from your backyard. But it's nice not to have any neighbors behind you. You know what I'm saying? All right. Okay, so now we're gonna come on down into onto SoCal Drive, which is sort of like the main thoroughfare. Um, but before we go down SoCal Drive to the right, we're gonna go on down to check out the Aptos Center. This is a shopping center, and it's home to the Companion Bake Shop right here on my right. Very popular bakery from the city of Santa Cruz. They now have a branch here in Aptos. We also have a lot of great places like Juicy Sweet, frozen yogurt. We have Aces Flowers, an amazing flower shop. We have Patrick James, which is a great clothier for men. I don't think any women's clothing in there. We have Frank's Pharmacy, of course. We have Pacific Coffee Roasting Company, and we have Outside In Kids, Blue Moon Clothing Company. Great shopping center here, and very, very crowded all the time. Um, it used to be, it wasn't so crowded, but nowadays it's very, very popular. All right, so here we have. Excuse me, I'm trying to change lanes here. Here we have our local Wells Fargo on the left, and on the right is the Resurrection Catholic Church. Very large institution here in Aptos. It actually has the grave for Castro, not Raul Castro. Gee, his name's escaping me right now. But the original owner of Aptos Rancho is actually buried there in the graveyard of Resurrection Catholic Church here in Santa Cruz, here in Aptos. So it's kind of like a somewhat historical place. And it's kind of bugging me that I can't remember his first name because it's just a sign of senility coming on. My brain is definitely not as quick to recall stuff in deep storage as it used to be. But oh well, I'm being 48 in about a month, so is that normal? I don't know. Should I be worried? What can I do? I guess just do some cognitive, sharpening mind games or something like that. I don't know. But right ahead to the right is the Rancho Del Mar Shopping Center. And there's a Safeway gas station right there, which has some of the cheapest gas in the county. They're just well, they're sort of finishing up, I guess, redeveloping the Rancho Del Mar shopping center. They're just they put on a new facade and they made a bunch of improvements. You know, it's 50 years old, hadn't hardly been touched in 50 years, so they made it a lot nicer. Kicked out a bunch of the old tenants, and now they're moving in, more expensive tenants, of course, to pay for all the improvements and the property tax basis increase. All right, by the way, over here we have Wells Fargo Bank. I'm just gonna blip through Wells Fargo's parking lot here. Check it out. And then right across the street here, you're looking at the Aptos Library. This is an Aptos gem. Fantastic library. It's about to undergo a major renovation and expansion because they passed a bond measure to sink a bunch of money into all the Santa Cruz public libraries, including this one. So there'll be a lot of new stuff coming to the library very soon. Okay, we're back on SoCal Drive there, and again, we're passing Aptos Center on the left. And now we're going to take a quick trip down into Heather Terrace. This is a nifty little subdivision here of single-family homes built in, I guess it was the late 90s, I want to say. And we're going to cruise on down here. That's Heather Terrace right now. Now we're going on a Tulip. These are single-family houses. They're on about 4,000 square foot lots, I think. The houses range from about 1,400 square feet on the low end up to 2,000, I want to say 2,200, something like that. On the high end, maybe 2,400 square feet somewhere. But it's a fairly self-contained neighborhood. There isn't really any through traffic. And because of that, it is fairly quiet, even though it is close to the freeway and close to SoCal. It's kind of like wedged in between the two. So, you can always hear some traffic noise, but it's not like a thundering roar or anything like that. But it's a great neighborhood. Homes here probably start at the low end around 825 and probably finish up in the high nines these days. Okay. Right in front of us is Aegis Senior Living. It's an assisted living care facility. They also have a memory care unit for folks who have Alzheimer's. That's where I go to vote. A lot of people go there who live in this neighborhood to vote. All right, we're going to take a left on down SoCal. But before we get too far, we're going to hop right on up Terrace Drive. And so a lot of these streets in the Mar Vista neighborhood come up or down from SoCal Drive, and the ones that go up off SoCal tend to have some views, and the ones that go down tend not to have any views. So a lot of these streets just dead end, and I believe this one is probably going to dead end in a second too. But maybe it might, if we're lucky, it might not dead end. It might go all the way up to oh geez, old person problem again. Mesa. This is Mesa Drive, yes. Okay, so Mesa Drive parallels SoCal Drive, and a lot of homes up here on Mesa Drive do have pretty nice views as well. Not all of them, certainly, but a number of them do. So no sidewalks here on Mesa Drive. Very quiet street for the most part. And yeah, great views. Homes around here sort of probably start in the $900,000 range these days. Probably go up to $1.5 million for a pretty nice, larger, newer home. All right. And off to the right is Vienna Drive, and that would take you up to Vienna Woods, which is a very nice sort of self-contained neighborhood, which I did not include in the Mar Vista neighborhood when I drew it up on next door, because it's just kind of like a little oasis unto itself, so I didn't add that in. Then right here, directly across from me now, is Mar Vista Elementary School. It's California Senior School, or it was anyway. I'm not sure if it still is. It was last year, the year before that. I don't see the banner out there anymore. There's the Aptos fire station. And coming up here, we have Doctors on Duty on the left, and we also have the Farm Bakery Cafe. They've got a really nice gift shop in there as well. And of course, on the right, it's Cabrillo College. It's one of the crown jewels of the California junior college system. It's an amazing place. They have just tons of great classes, great facilities, great teachers, very dynamic student body. They have a really awesome theater program, industrial arts. They've got a sort of like a renowned dental hygiene program, all kinds of stuff. And one really cool thing over here is that they have the Pino Alto, which is a fake restaurant. It's actually, I guess it's a real restaurant. I mean, you go there, you order food, you pay for it, and you eat it. But it's a learning restaurant. So they teach you about the culinary arts in there, like how to work in a restaurant, how to be a waiter or a waitress or a chef or whatever. I'm not sure what exactly they teach you in the culinary classes there, but at least they have it, and it's real. You get real experience working in a restaurant. So now we're going down SoCal, and this is still part of the Mar Vista neighborhood. This is still Aptos, zip code 95003, but it didn't used to be. It used to be that Aptos ended right there at Mar Vista Elementary School at Borregas Drive. That's where Aptos Rancho, the original Mexican land grant, Spanish land grant, ended, and this was Rancho SoCal. But right now it's technically Aptos, except when you cross Park Drive, like I just did. So now we're in SoCal, technically a different zip code on the other side of the street right here. But I wanted to come in here because this has AJ's Market and gas station. This is the best market and gas station in the world that I've ever seen. Organic produce, organic meat, just food from around the world. Fantastic. The one knock on it is that it's high-priced gas because it's Chevron. But hey, if you want the best, get Chevron gas and go to AJ's. Fantastic place. And also, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag here. They have the best restroom of any gas station I've ever been in. It's big. It's clean. It's not covered in graffiti. And best part is, or not maybe the best part, but I've never really had to wait ever. I don't know why that is, but it's always available. So look, go check out AJ's at the corner of Park Avenue and SoCal Drive in SoCal, not technically in the Mar Vista neighborhood, but close. All right, and now we're going to go explore another little section here of the Mar Vista neighborhood, which would be down here by Willowbrook. And here is the Cabrillo Athletic Fitness Club, Athletic and Fitness Club. But down here we have a number of condos and townhouses. Condos and townhouses are down here. These are going to be ranging in the $600,000 to $700,000 range for most of these places down here. But there's also Willowbrook Park on our left, which has tennis courts and a playground and barbecue pits, and it's pretty nice. I mean, there are some single-family homes sort of sprinkled around the neighborhood here, but for the most part, it is condos and townhouses. And you're very close to the beach here, and there's the park right there. You're not far from the schools. Although, interestingly enough, I do believe that if you're here, even though you're in Aptos, you actually do go to SoCal schools, because this used to be SoCal. They put in Cabrillo College, and when they put in Cabrillo College, that's when this became Aptos and was no longer SoCal. So, wonderful little neighborhood, quiet, idyllic. I keep on saying idyllic because I really think that Aptos is just a pretty idyllic place. And that's why I made a website about it, aptoscommunitynews.org. There are some nice newer townhouses. These ones are probably in the 800,000s. I would bet. These don't come up for sale very often. They're pretty new and they're pretty nice, so wouldn't be surprised. Let's just go take a quick peek down here. This is Atherton Loop. And I've been in a bunch of these. I haven't sold any of these yet. These are probably only 5 years old or so. So not many of them have been resold. I think a handful, but really not too many. Love those speed bumps. Keeps everything going nice and slow. Look what we have up here. It's the Grinch. The Grinch put these speed bumps in here, right? Grinches don't like to have fun. Oh, it says truth on him. What is that supposed to mean? Some sort of wry commentary on Christmas or commentary on our times? Who knows? That's the thing about Santa Cruz. They always get you thinking, right? What's that guy mean by that? Hard to say. All right. So now we're going to get back onto SoCal Drive, and we're going to wrap up our tour here of the Mar Vista neighborhood in just a little bit, but we're not quite done. Not quite done. Oh, by the way, over here on the left is Temple Beth El. Great synagogue, pretty awesome. They got a great daycare there, and they do a lot of sort of fun public events too. Check out their event calendar. Again, Cabrillo College on our left here. And I want to just take a quick bop down here because I want to show you the Cessnon house. Yeah, this was built by, I guess, the Porter family, which was a leading Santa Cruz family back in the day. But this is where the Pino Alto restaurant is, and you can rent it to hold events here and whatnot. It's a beautiful home, nice place to have maybe a wedding or a company party or something like that. Pretty nifty facility. They got a nice lawn out back, like a Chinese pagoda. Pretty cool. I think it's a gym. I call it a gym anyway. All right, so now we're gonna get back on the SoCal Drive here, and I think that's gonna be about it for our tour of lovely Mar Vista in Aptos. And one thing's really nice is that it's above the fog line. In my tour of the Secret neighborhood, I mentioned how Aptos was called Fog Toss, but really on the inland side of Highway 1, there really isn't that much in the way of fog. So that's nice about this part. I mean, you are farther from the beach, but you do have some sunnier weather, so that's pretty nice. You know what? I'm just going to make one last little foray here into one other little neighborhood here in Mar Vista, and it's down here on Borregas Drive. So this actually used to be the border of Aptos, the Borregas. The Borregas means like a ravine, essentially. Over here on Borregas Drive, and to the left of me was Borregas Creek, and Borregas Creek runs all the way down to Cat Valley Beach, which is basically part of Seacliff Beach in Aptos. And when I was youngin', when I was in college and whatnot, when I was living at the house over there in Seacliff, we used to go exploring Borregas Creek. We would walk up there, and we would walk a few hundred yards probably up there. And little did I know that it went all the way up to the top and became Borregas Drive. So Borregas Drive actually loops around here and becomes Estates Drive. Estates Drive used to go down into the Seacliff neighborhood, but the freeway came and cut it off. So now we have a loop of Borregas and Estates, all one loop. So this is a nice, quiet little neighborhood. These houses are on about a third of an acre lots on average, although there's a couple lots that are much larger than that. Houses in here range from about $900,000 for an extreme fixer-upper to about $1.3 million for a smartly renovated property. Property sizes are anywhere from 1,500 all the way up to about 4,000 square feet would probably be about the largest home in the neighborhood here. So, okay, well, with that, I am going to wrap up our tour of the Mar Vista neighborhood of Aptos. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please feel free to share this video, and also visit aptoscommunitynews.org for more information about Aptos, California, and visit santacruz.realestate on the internet to find a house anywhere in Aptos or Santa Cruz County. All right, Thanks so much. Have a good one. Bye bye.